when people say bad things about our church, should we respond? Should we leave it alone? You know, what do you think a church should do with that negativity as it's going to happen?
Yeah, that's a really good question. For the most part, I'm a big believer in responding to every single person if you can.
Okay.
Every single person.
Yeah.
However, there are always exceptions to this, and you do have to take it case by case. If it is someone that you know, you've seen them before, and they have just been tearing your name apart, you know, or your ministry, then typically they're best to leave them alone.
Yep.
But the big thing is not just responding to respond. Your goal is never to respond and hope that they just stop. Your goal is to figure out, why are they upset? So a lot of times that means taking that to a private channel. If it's someone in your church and you have contact information for that person, email them, call them, reach out. We know, and this is where things like this get so interesting to me, because it's like in the church, if someone walked up to the pastor and said something really nasty about his sermon, the pastor would know immediately there's something going on deep down in this person's life. And it's not really my sermon. It's that God pricked their heart about something that I said, and I need to talk and figure this out. And typically they'd probably say, let's meet for coffee. Why don't you come into the office? Let's sit down and chat. Because they know that there's something there that's deeper that they need to try and like peel back the layers and figure out what that is and really help this person. So when we look at that in social media, a lot of times we forget about that. And we just are like, this person's just mean, or, you know, or something like that. And so this is where, goodness, it's so helpful to have like your small group leaders, people in your church who are, you know, ministry pastors, people like that, who can really help to watch what are people saying. And if it's something really big that you really feel like you're not sure how to respond, or if you should respond, bring it in front of other people and, you know, other leadership in your church and say, hey guys, here's what we saw. What do we think? And if there's someone who says, hey, I recognize that name, they have a child in children's ministry, maybe we haven't met the parent, and that's fine. They have a child in children's ministry. Why don't you let me reach out? Let me see because there may be something so deep that we just can't see on the surface. And so I think that's my big message to people, is always like, don't respond just to get that person, just to like satisfy them and like get them to stop. Respond to figure out what's going on, because there's something deeper happening, and that's why they're lashing out in some way.